Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Shining from Within, the podcast where we explore the infinite amount of power and potential that lies within each and every one of us. I am your host with the most, Genevieve, and tonight we're going to look at different personality types. It's important to know the personality of an individual, especially when it comes to relationships. So this is going to be centered around relationships. I experienced this at some point in my life, not so long ago. I feel like it's recent, but I am healed enough to talk about it because I feel like somebody can actually draw from my experience or learn something and, not be so dumbfounded about whatever it is that you are going through. So I'm going to talk about two very prominent personality types. So I think for me, in my previous relationship, my partner had an avoidant personality. So with an avoidant personality, avoidant individuals normally tend to have difficulty expressing their emotions and may avoid discussing their feelings or problems in the relationship. And they often need space and may withdraw whenever conflicts arise. This speaks directly to my partner or my ex. He was exactly this person. Like whenever he feels backed in a corner or things are happening, I wouldn't even know what's going on. I would just, you feel somebody is just withdrawing and you do not understand why they're withdrawing. And it can be painful, especially when you hear certain things outside of the relationship and you wish this person should have, why didn't this person come to me? Do they not trust me enough? And it's normally not their fault because these are some of the tendencies or the traits of their personality. And avoidance may appear emotionally distant or detached, making it challenging for their partner to feel emotionally connected. They may prioritize their independence and self-sufficiency over emotional intimacy. And this is very true, especially I'll talk about my personality type, but for now, let me focus on this. So emotionally distant and then also commitment issues. So, avoidant personalities may struggle with commitment as they fear getting too close or dependent on their partner may have a tendency to tie them down and they tend to feel suffocated. So, with this type of personality, it tends to frustrate the other partner, especially the second personality I'm going to talk about is the clingy persona, and that's me. I am a clingy type, where I need attention, I need reassurance, I need to know what you're thinking, I need to know what you're planning, I need to know. So it can be a lot, especially when you're like two opposites, so the person that you're with is avoidant and they do not want to feel trapped, and you are the type that wants to feel this person, like you want to know exactly what they are going through, you're caring, you're nurturing like that, and you like to have this emotional connection, and this person is quite closed off. So the impact this normally has, it overwhelms the partner, like it tends to overwhelm both parties involved. And I feel like this is what happened to us because it was never a question of like, oh, this person is stepping out or anything like that. It was just a lack of understanding. And I think this is one of the biggest lessons I learned from that, and I'm grateful I had to experience this because I didn't know that there is such, like I just thought this person, like they have their moments, they want to be on their own, and then they have other times when they want to be with you, and then it tends to feel like, oh, okay, so this person might have maybe an abusive type of mentality. But when I began to do some research, because I normally don't make mistakes when I, like when you're picking a partner, I'm very very cautious. So I knew this is a good guy, but I just didn't understand why this person, would act the way they would. And after doing some research, I now understand. I'm like, oh, okay, so we're two opposite personalities. And you know how it is, opposites attract in a very explosive type of way, because then there's like all this passion. You want to be with this person and you can feel it, they want to be with you too, but they're not going to be with you. Like, there's always going to be an excuse, there's something happening, and it tends to raise or bring up a lot of insecurities. You begin to question certain things, even things that are straightforward, because now you feel like, oh, okay, maybe this person is stepping out, and that might not even be the case. So I feel like to remedy such a situation is very important to I think do some research, find out, okay, what type of personality am I, what type of personality is my partner, and once you do your research, also search within yourself. Are you going to be able to sustain that kind of relationship? Because this is this person's character, it's their personality, this is who they are. You're going to have to make certain changes, and making certain adjustments just to keep somebody sometimes might tend to bring up a lot of resentment. And if you find that you cannot change certain things or compromise in a certain way, sadly, it's not so bad to walk away. That's sad. I am not one who advocates for ending of relationships, bonds. It's very hard, especially when you click with somebody and then you find that you being you is hurting them, and them being them is hurting you, and it's quite a sad situation, especially when you genuinely care about somebody. But I feel like for peace sake, and just for productivity, for progression, and for your mental stability and health, it's better to move on. And you wish them well, because then you understand, like, okay, so this person, they have commitment issues. You want a fully committed person, somebody that makes you feel safe, somebody that gives you that emotional security, not just like the physical intimacy. Like, it has to be balanced. And once you can't get that from somebody, sadly, you can peacefully step away, and wish them the best. And so I discovered this, and I thought it wise that I bring it to this fora, so that if anybody is struggling with a partner, they don't understand why is this person like this, I think do some research, begin to study your partner. What is it? Is it that they're just like a cheat, or it could be something deeply rooted more than that, and I wish you all the best in your relationships. So thank you for tuning in.